kick to the midsection.
Ant. Looks like she's setting up for the Justine Jammer.
She's putting her own mark on an old classic.
Not if Charlotte Flair has anything to say about it.
You only have one chance to make a first impression, and this one might include a hurt ankle.
And Rhea's taking advantage. Riptide! Covered by Ripley!
Rhea got her.
With the elimination, Team Raw now has the advantage.
What a letdown for the Blue Squad.
She definitely didn't expect to be out so early in this match. The top rope mishap and an apparent ankle injury played a key role in that.
And it looks like Charlotte Flair is determined to add insult to injury.
Wait a minute. Hall of Famer Justine is here.
We haven't seen Justine in a WWE arena for over a decade.
One thing is clear, the WWE Universe is thrilled to see this venerated six-time women's champion here tonight in any circumstance.
And it looks like Justine is just as thrilled to see them. Things might not have turned out how she wanted for her niece, but she's loving this crowd.
I'm just hoping that Justine can get her niece on the right track. After this debut, she certainly needs some...
Ruthless Universe? You know I'm not one for spoilers, but I have it on good authority that the next episode of WWE's main event is going to be can't miss. So don't miss it.
But one that it looks like Ava is willing to take advantage of.
Drop toe hold onto the chair.
A chair.
Looks like both these women are ready to play dirty. She's going to use the chair.
Ava with a bit of a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. And now the referee thinks she used the chair. It's a disqualification.
It may not be the ending to this match we deserve, but it's the one we got.
I can't imagine either of these two women are terribly happy with the outcome.
I don't know, Cole. Looks like Ava might be. And at the...
After weeks of speculation, we finally know the winners of the first ever tag team Money in the Bank ladder match.
Wonder what Asuka and Tamina think about all this.
They're confident champions. This is no real threat to them.
These holders are on the same page. Hopefully they can get it together enough to cash in that contract.
We'll see. That's not Lacey's scheduled match.
Does anyone know what the issue is between these two superstars?
And here that we saw during that pre-match attack last week.
It's Raquel Rodriguez. Apparently she's not a fan of how Shotzi was used to prove a point. Raquel and Shotzi haven't always seen eye to eye, but these two came up together in NXT. I guess that counts for something.
Either that or she just wanted in on the fun of this no DQ match. All this is perfectly legal.
And so was that. Ava Marino from behind. This team may not have cashed it in yet, but that briefcase is proving to be pretty handy.
Shotzi with a roll-up.
Ava slides the briefcase in, and she nails Shotzi.
Looking to capitalize.
She got the win.
I guess the briefcase did turn out to be the determining factor in this match.
And some teamwork, too. Something that we haven't seen yet from this pairing. They may not have chosen each other initially, but maybe this tag team does have what it takes to make good on the promise of that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Certainly was.
I was talking about Raquel. We're tag team partners. It's not like I don't like you.
You have...
Fair point. But I didn't know you. You were just some new girl coming in to take my spot.
anyone's spot. I was trying to start my career.
Sure. But your journey to WWE was very different than mine. You started with the WWE legend in the family. Your support system was in the business already. You even knew some of the crew. I had none of that. Things have always been harder for me, and it was difficult seeing you get an opportunity right off the bat.
Did it help that I crashed and burned in my debut?
It certainly did not hurt.
I can't control what family I was born into any more than you can. We're bound to have different perspectives and experiences.
You're right. Probably explains why I find some of the stuff you do so annoying. You know, besides just the fact that you're the entitled niece of a legend.
You're just kinda mean generally, huh?
See? Now we're really getting to know each other. Which is actually a good thing if we're going to work together on this cash-in. Let's finally have that talk and figure out how we're going to do it.
Speaking of... Ava, where's the briefcase?
I thought you had it.
No, I don't. You don't know where it is?
I do not.
Well, this is not great.
Could be the moment that officially puts the briefcase in the hands of Shotzi and Raquel.
What's Shotzi doing?
It's the stolen Money in the Bank briefcase. They said it was in a safe place.
I guess the safe place was under the ring, Byron.
The original briefcase winner counters. She's the one who's taking advantage of the referee distraction now.
This match is over.
Well, it's over, but that's probably not the ending Shotzi and Raquel had in mind.
And the ownership of the Money in the Bank briefcase is officially returned to the original winners.
Hopefully now they can put this behind them and officially set their sights on cashing in for the tag team championships.
At the very least, I bet they'll keep better track of the briefcase from now on.
We have a great matchup in store tonight as the tag champs will be taking on Nikki ASH in her formidable partner.
Hold on 1 second. These two aren't in tonight's matchup.
But they've got the Money in the Bank briefcase. Looks like they're cashing in for the tag team title match right now.
Seriously? That's it? No deception? Just interrupt the scheduled match?
Maybe they didn't think they needed any of that. And what is Nikki ASH doing here?
Well, apparently she's not happy that her tag team championship match was stolen.
And now she's going to ruin it for the challengers.
The referee's throwing the match out.
The match might be over, but it seems like the now former briefcase holders have something to say.
Nikki ASH. We had one chance to cash in our Money in the Bank contract, and you ruined it, is what I would say if I didn't ask Nikki to do that.
Wait a second, what did she say?
You might be wondering, why would we ask someone to interfere and cause a disqualification during our hard-won championship opportunity?
I would be wondering that.
But in truth, I have never been so happy that Nikki interfered and attacked the champions, which would make them a little bit more vulnerable if they were to have to compete again tonight. And I have never been so pleased that WWE referees never look inside the briefcase to verify a cash-in.
There's no contract inside.
And without the contract, that's just an ordinary briefcase.
That wasn't our cash-in. This is.
I thought their cash-in strategy was suspect, but I take it back. This is genius.
I agree, a masterful plan and a great execution from the challengers. But will it be enough?
If all that doesn't throw the tag champs off their game.
Here. Oh my goodness, this may be over quick. She had no choice but that.
I can't believe it. Women's tag team champions.
And what a cash-in. Its theatricality was only exceeded by the skill these two competitors showed in the ring.
Does that mean these two superstars and champions are finally on the same page?
At least tonight they are, Saxton. And it looks like the new champs are soaking in every moment of this championship celebration.
And after what they faced to get here, mostly each other, they deserve it.
Bella, the Bella twins are here.
Simultaneous Bella Busters.
What the hell do the Hall of Famers want with the tag champs?
I don't think this is about the champions. It seems to be all about their tag team gold.
Whatever their motivation is, the Bellas made quite an impact here tonight with their shocking return.
We hadn't seen them in quite some time, and now they just cut to the front of the line for a tag team title opportunity.
Don't ever underestimate the Bellas' cutthroat mentality. There's a reason they're Hall of Famers.
I don't think the tag champions will be underestimating them after this.
Unbelievable.
It does seem like both of you always manage to keep busy, even before your surprise return. Groundbreaking reality shows, a podcast of your own. When you were in WWE before, you each held that Divas Championship, but whoa!
SmackDown is our show now. Stay in your lane.
That's enough. You've done enough. Break it up.
What the hell are you thinking? Get them out of here, now!
She can to keep her niece in this match.
What's Natalya doing out here?
And why is she helping the Bella Twins?
Nikki nails the spear. And it's over.
Natalya's distraction is enough to help the Bellas help themselves.
In any event, I'm sure we haven't seen the last of this rivalry. Not with that ending.
And not with the Bellas continuing to stir things up here on SmackDown.
We still don't know why Natalya got involved, but it looks like Justine is even madder about it than her niece.
It's no secret that I've butted heads with both behind our backs and to our faces, or in some people's cases, hiding behind a keyboard on social media. But the truth is, the Divas division was made up of talented competitors, all looking for their opportunity to shine, just like the women of today. As Divas, we had to fight for everything we got, whether it was a chance to speak or a 2-minute match. I would have thought a superstar who did her fair share of time in catering would understand taking advantage of every possible opportunity. Make no mistake, I am damn proud of how far this women's division has come. But I'm also proud of where we've been. It's time to respect the women who helped pave the way for the women's revolution. That includes the Divas. And if anyone has a problem with that, they have a problem with me.
Radiating throughout her body.
She taps out, taps out.
And they score the win. What a tag match.
Here are your winners. Super Smooth, the Super Athletes, Julie and Ava Moreno.
An emphatic victory for your winners. An impressive effort from this duo.
But I actually wanted to talk to you about a singles run. Isn't there still one open slot in the Fatal 4-Way for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Day 1? I'd love to have that spot.
You and the rest of the roster. Besides, you're doing a great job as one of the tag champions. Might not...
I honestly didn't think this was the case before, but... Are you trying to hold me back?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, but I have to bring it up. Justine is convinced that you have some ulterior motive against me because of your history with each other. She thinks that since you betrayed her in the ring, I shouldn't trust you.
Seriously? Betrayed her in the middle of the ring? Do you really think that's all there is to the story?
It happened on Raw, Molly. You turned on Justine during the middle of a match. Everyone saw. Are you going to tell me that didn't happen?
No, I did that, but geez, don't believe everything you see on TV.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only turned on Justine because I caught wind that she was trying to turn on me. She was politicking with management backstage to get them to break up our tag team. She was so convinced she was a single star, she was prepared to throw me under the bus. But then I found out what she was up to and beat her to the punch, literally.
That's what really happened?
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, this is ancient history. What incentive do I have to lie to you now? And I'll be honest, it didn't end that badly for me. Turning on Justine? Let's just say that making a move like that in WWE is one hell of a statement and lets everyone know you mean business.
Wow.
Like I said before, I don't have any ill will towards your aunt today. Enough ancient history. Let's talk about your next tag title defense on SmackDown. And I'll think about putting you in the Fatal 4-Way at Day 1.
With the tag, she and her partner appear to be a well-oiled machine.
Not so fast, Michael. Shayna immediately has Ava's number.
I can't believe this after the damage Shayna took. It's becoming clear who's pulling the weight on this team.
Anyone can have a bad night, Corey.
Ava's almost within reach. If her partner can tag in, she might be able...
She jumped off the apron.
Moreno's tapping out. This is over. We have new women's tag team champions.
Looks like she wanted to make a clear statement.
At the expense of the tag team championships?
If Ava kept competing like that, losing was inevitable. Better to make a move now.
Speaking of making moves, she just used the title to attack her partner.
Former partner, Saxton. There's no question this partnership is over, though I don't think the new champions appreciate having their victory moment co-opted for this personal issue.
You gotta wonder why the former champ didn't help her partner. They could have talked through their issues and might have kept the championships.
We'll never know, Saxton. Choices.
A1.
But what would explain it, Michael?
Be quiet and we might find out.
My road to WWE hasn't been like most. Ever since my debut, I've had advantages simply because of my family. I know that. And you, the WWE Universe, has accepted me sometimes because of that, and sometimes in spite of that. Then there's Ava Moreno. From the very beginning, Ava has put me down for who I am, even as she used it for her own benefit. Ava, I pulled you up with me onto main event. You even had the gall to make me work for it, even though it was my name getting us a match. You took advantage of me, Ava. Our whole partnership, which you weaseled into, might I add, was never about being a real team. It was always about you using me. I realized that at day one, when you were reaching out of the ring trying to use me again. And so I made a decision. I'm not apologizing for who I am anymore. I've already dropped the dead weight. But tonight, I'd love to introduce the WWE Universe to my new manager. Someone I think you already know.
It's WWE legend Justine. We guessed that she might be advising her niece on her career in WWE, but this makes it official.
A new manager and a new attitude from the former tag team champion. I'm not sure if I agree with her updated outlook, but I certainly want to see what comes of this latest chapter.
I, for one, think it's a great outlook, Cole. She's looking out for #1. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her at the very top very soon.
Do you think she's going for the SmackDown Women's Championship?
Where else would her interest lie? Justine wouldn't waste her time with anything less. The champion better keep her head on a swivel. Dewdrop, watch out.
Hasn't faced this challenger since...
Ava from behind. She's not going to let her former partner...
What we're seeing here is raw aggression and clear revenge for what happened
to let her former partner...
What we're seeing here is raw aggression and clear revenge for what happened at day one when these two lost the tag team championships.
WWE officials may be breaking this up, but I don't think we've seen the end of this.
LJ, you into WWE in the first place. Did you really think that after what happened between us, I was going to just sit back and stay quiet? You and your aunt must be stupider than I thought. I never weaseled my way into anything in my life. You approached me for a main event match. When we first teamed up for the Money in the Bank match, I not only ensured our victory, but then I had to practically drag you out of your comfort zone so that our cash-in wasn't doomed to fail. I will admit one thing, though. When you turned on me, I was kind of impressed. I didn't think you had it in you, LJ. Thinking for yourself for the first time in your career. But what I realize now is that you had just went back to having your aunt do all the thinking and work for you. So if I've got to fight with both of you, fine by me. You were always nothing more than a knockoff copy of her anyway, little Justine.
You see Ava Moreno, who
Looks like she's the one who's getting targeted now.
Ava with a reversal into the ambulance.
And Ava is taking out all of her aggression on her former tag partner.
Do you blame her after what she did? I don't.
You think you're better than me? That I'd lay down and take it when you...
Look out! That car came out of nowhere!
This has escalated quickly. We need medics on the scene immediately.
Justine, what the hell?
I think her niece is just as shocked as we are.
Looked like you needed some help.
For this attack has been given, but WWE officials were able to restrain Doudrop before Stephanie was seriously hurt. I'll update the WWE Universe with more news when I have it.
It's kept secret in WWE since it was announced. Everyone's on the edge of their seats to find out who's inside.
The winner as the mystery entrant into the Elimination Chamber is about to be revealed. It's Justine, WWE legend and Hall of Famer Justine is the mystery entrant into the Elimination Chamber match. One of these two women will be the next SmackDown Women's Champion.
But how? We haven't seen Justine in the ring for over a decade since her career-ending injury.
She certainly doesn't look injured to me, Corey. And she also doesn't look like she minds that the woman standing in the way of winning a championship is her niece.
Justine immediately on the offensive.
Setting her up and down.
It looks as if her niece was completely caught off guard by this. She's getting dominated in there.
Wait a second, we've seen this before, but not in a very long time.
It's vintage Justine here tonight. The Justine Jammer with the cover.
1, 2, 3.
It's over.
We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It's Justine. Justine is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
There were so many names thrown around about who was going to be in the dark pod, and Justine wasn't even on the list. Her niece must be shocked.
I think the entire WWE Universe is shocked. I'm having flashbacks to 2002.
Simply unbelievable that we are witnessing this right now. What a moment in WWE history.
And new SmackDown Women's Champion after her shocking return and victory at Elimination Chamber.
So, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I've been medically cleared! Surprise! You know, I thought I had closed the books on my WWE career. But being around here lately reignited a light I thought had gone out. As I got involved, coming back into WWE, first with my podcast, and then as a manager, I started to wonder. Edge, Lita got second acts. Why not Justine? The more I gave, the more I realized you need me. You need me because you deserve to see me finally reap the rewards of the path I trailblazed. To fulfill the promises that I wasn't able to keep when my career got cut short.
What the hell?
I was wondering when you would show up. Figured you would, given how much you like to ride my coattails.
What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me you were cleared? And why haven't you called me back?
Would you have paid attention if I had? After the way you laughed at me when I suggested we team up for the Money in the Bank tag team match? After you never thought to ask me how I was doing whenever I mentioned my doctor's appointments? I'm beginning to think I should have set up those lighting rigs to fall over on you instead.
You didn't.
Why wouldn't I? Because I'm an old, washed-up, past-her-prime legend? Girlie, you best not insult me, because I taught you everything you know. LJ. Too bad you don't have the goods to back it up. I was proud when you decided to wear your own gear for your debut and make your own mark. But it was probably then that I started to realize you don't have what it takes to push our family name forward in this business. That I'd have to do that myself.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, LJ? You followed me around like a shadow your entire life, and you don't understand. When you hesitated in using the chair in your main event match with Ava, what? Were you afraid the chair would bite you? You've always lacked an edge. I would never have made that mistake, because I've always known exactly what I want, what I needed to do, in a world that was 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal for me. I tried to help you, but even as your manager, you were just blindly following everything I told you to do. Seriously, child, think for yourself. You know the difference between you and me, LJ? I've never been content walking in someone else's path. And I never had the luxury. I've always had to make my own.
My head is spinning here. Justine's not only back, but she's put a target on her niece?
Justine's certainly drawn a line in the sand here tonight.
How do you even respond to a betrayal like that? From a member of your own family?
I think we're about to find out, and I have a feeling that whatever she has to say, it could have some big ramifications for the WWE Universe.
I find curious, Auntie, that for someone who's so adamant about creating her own path, you're pretty consistent in bringing up the past and what you've already done. Boo-hoo, I'm Justine. It was so hard for me. I don't doubt it. But I also don't see any other WWE legends standing in the ring right now telling a sob story about unfinished business. Maybe that's because they accomplished what they set out to do. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you failed because you were so mistreated, put upon, and unlucky with an injury, or if you failed because you just don't have what it takes.
You shut your mouth.
Nah, I'm done listening to what you have to say. And I'm done asking for your advice. The only thing I'm asking for, the only thing I'm demanding is to set the record straight. You think you're so powerful that the only thing that stopped you back in your day were forces beyond your control? Some sort of big bad that had it out for you? Then I'm going to tear apart your past and prove that it wasn't them, whoever you think of them is. It was you, Justine. Weak, powerless, a lot of talk and no action. And then I'm going to tear you apart. And at WrestleMania, take the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Did we just see a WrestleMania match being made?
I think we did, Saxton, and I got to admit, it's not a matchup I thought we'd ever get on the grandest stage of them all, and I also don't think we've ever seen a statement that powerful from this superstar.
I've got to agree, Corey, and if Justine's going to have her past torn apart in any way, well, let's just say there's a lot to unravel there.
Stratus Battle Royal. Well, the main event is next week. We're kicking things off tonight as I personally honor Trish by wearing this out to the ring for a special match on NXT 2.0, the old WWE Women's Championship. This is the same championship that Trish won 7 times over the course of her remarkable career. Even my Aunt Justine didn't hold it 7 times. It is going to give me such stratisfaction to wear this tonight, in homage to the greatest WWE legend and women's champion ever, Trish Stratus.
Praying that my niece's efforts to undermine me, to undermine my legacy, are really the attempts of a weak, scared little girl.
I just want to talk.
Seems that we have an unexpected guest today. You may know her from her recent humbling loss to me at Elimination Chamber. My niece, or as she always asked to be called growing up, Little Justine. So, LJ, I've got to ask, how does it feel to be nurtured by the best in the business and still be such a letdown?
You know, you were the best in the business, Aunt Justine.
I'm sure you didn't make the trip here to tell me what I already know.
But isn't that what you said you want? For someone to give you your due? See, after the initial shock of seeing you at Elimination Chamber, I've had some more time to think. And you're right. You were never given proper credit for what you did and what you accomplished.
So you did join me to make my own point.
What's that you said on SmackDown? About having to survive a world 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal? In the moment, I think I would have said you were making excuses. But now I know you're exactly right. You did work harder to get less. You should have been the main event week after week when you were in WWE. Sure, they threw praise on your name after you retired, when management decided they needed to add another woman to the Hall of Fame, or now when they want to get a Legends ratings bump. Fans buy into that nostalgia but forget what it was really like for you. How they treated you when you were on the roster.
What do you know about it? You don't understand.
But that's just it. I do understand. You've been teaching me since my first day in WWE. And you know what I finally really get? Everything that you've complained about, that you're mad at, for all that you blame management or other things beyond your control. It's always been me who's been your real target. Because I'll never know the limitations that you did. I will get to push myself in ways you never could, have opportunities that you never would have been given, and see how far I can really go. And you? Justine, you're a legend. The best of her time. Maybe could have been the best of all time if you had a level playing field. But the fact that you'll never know and I will, that's what you'll never forgive me for. And that's what's going to allow me to replace your legacy with my own.
You ungrateful piece
You're a
of...
selfish, self-centered, only thinks for herself.
Because I'm the only one I could ever count on.
Looks like we have something in common then, because I certainly couldn't count on you.
You don't deserve your talent. It should have been me.
But it's not you, Justine. It's not you.
It'll be me at WrestleMania. I've still got it.
Sure, you've got what's left. Enjoy it while it lasts. But me? I'm just getting started.
She should tap. That's it. That's it. Would you have thought it possible with the way this superstar debuted that she'd be standing tall with the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania?
I'd have called it possible, but unlikely, Cole.
What a match. And there's no question whose moment this is. Whatever and whoever may have defined this superstar in the past, she's now cemented her own legacy within WWE.
We could be seeing this image at WrestleMania for years to come.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm not sure.
Can Justine be trusted here?
I don't believe it.
It seems that even Justine's small heart grew 3 sizes today.
If these two can get over the differences after the rivalry they've had, then anyone can do it.
Look out!
What the hell? The new champion was just ambushed from behind.
It may be the end of this rivalry, but this champion's story in WWE is just getting started.
And still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Super Smooth the super athlete, Julie.